Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Langley Speedway, round number 8 here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series, presented by Red Light Racing. My name's Roger Muth, here high above the studio, the virtual Turn 3 Racing Network studio, that is, right here for Langley tonight, bringing you all the racing action. Well, we come into the night here. We're past the halfway point home in the season with already 7 rounds in the books. Justin Rigsby, the rookie, picked up his first win back at the season opener. Brian Bianchi picked up his first career win in the modified series in round number 2. Then Michael Trevarthen's been on a streak 3 in a row from there. Then Thomas Killam broke that streak before last week, where at the Bristol Motor Speedway, Michael Trevarthen went back to victory lane. With that being said, and 4 wins to Michael Trevarthen's name, he has the points championship lead by a slim 16-point lead over Justin Rigsby. Dalton Williamson is right there sitting at 3rd of the points. And how about Rob Higgins? And how about the sleeper that's out there sitting in 5th in the championship standings, up 3 spots last week? That's Aiden Elvecchione sitting there into the 5th position in the points championship standings. We'll see how those all shake down here tonight after this short little bull ring track. We're ready to go racing here tonight. Let's take a look here at our starting lineup, brought to us by our friends at 6 Rings Racing. This is your starting lineup, and it looks like this. Starting on the front row, driving car number 99 here tonight, that'll be Mark Jenkins. To his outside, the 14 Massachusetts, the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe number 14, that's Brian Bianchi. And starting there in car number 1 here tonight, out of the Rev Esports Group, it's Dalton Williamson. Right alongside him, the team car number 2. That is Michael Trevarthen. Back into the 5th spot, the Jiffy Lube entry, number 31. Out of Canada, driving the Bragg Motorsports entry, that's Dave Bragg. Into the 6th spot, the Attitude Esports, number 3. That's Justin Rigsby. He'll go 6th on the call here tonight, while Mike Taschereau in car number 33 will go 7th. 8th will go to the number 40 there in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Higgins Hill Racing, number 40 of Rob Higgins. He'll go 8th. 9th to the Racing School entry, the number 50 of Dan the Storm Magnet Butler. Back into the 10th spot here tonight, then that'll be car number 83. That's going to be Thomas Killam. Driving the number 38 here tonight, the Beefy Motorsports entry, the driver out of Peterborough, Ontario. That is the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. And the youngster out of South Carolina, driving car number 271, that's Aiden Elvecchione. And back into P number 13 now, it's the number 73 of Philly Edwards. Joshua Buckley, the old Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13, will go 14th. Dan Murphy Jr. Driving the 41 will go 15th here tonight, while the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30 of Bob Higgins will round down our field. That's your starting lineup, brought to us by 6 Rings Racing here tonight. There you see them all assembled behind the iRacing.com safety car. ready to go racing here tonight. 100 laps will be the distance as we're kicking them off here. Round number 8. Ready to go. Green flag up as we race them to turn number 1. Bianchi and Jenkins on the front. Side-by-side battle for the first time into turn number 3 and 4. Problems in the mid-pack. Caution, lights out on turn number 1. Your championship leader coming into the night, having problems. Michael Trevarthen has smoke bellowing out of the back of the BK Paints entry. He'll pull it down to the apron as he's trying to limp that car back around, so a caution on the opening lap here tonight. Oh boy, problems in the championship right here. Let's take the look. Watch the number 2. Tries to get down to the bottom. Oh, Dave Bragg in the Jiffy Lube entry making contact with him, and Rob Higgins gets turned around. Nate Navecchione's like a pinball machine out there. Watch it from our onboard camera. There's Dave Bragg into the number 2. Thomas Killam tagging the number 40 of Rob Higgins. Believe maybe that was Dan Butler here. We'll take a quick peek back at this. That was the number 83 of Thomas Killam. Made Navecchione kind of the innocent bystander that gets wrapped up in this one. So that'll be the first caution flag of the evening here tonight at Langley. That's going to sweep up a couple of our drivers back there. It looks like Thomas Killam involved, Rob Higgins, Michael Trevarthen, Philly Edwards, and Aiden Alvecchione all involved with this one here tonight at the Langley Speedway. So a little bit of a rough start. Taking a peek, I do believe all drivers except the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen will be able to make it back out onto the speedway. Big Wiggle himself went for a big wiggle. And actually, the number 2 of Trevarthen is back out there. So, his crew making quick work of it. Another 2 drivers, though, that are having some issues down on pit road. We're seeing they've been down there for an extended time. That's number 73 of Philly Edwards and the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione. So, we're trying again here. As the field comes into the restart zone, green flags up. And we're racing once again here tonight. Battle for the race lead down the back straightaway. They go the front 3 underneath a little bit of a blanket with Justin Rigsby in tow there down around the bottom side. First lap back to green. Jenkins leads the way down the back straightaway. Everybody right there, though. That's Williamson. Bianchi got stuck onto the outside. He'll go all the way back to the 4th spot on the restart. Everybody's going to be fighting for that inside lane. Bianchi with a little bit of a contact there with the outside wall on the front straightaway. Right side of those tires. Oh, now sideways down the back straightaway. Really trying to drive that Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, number 14. Getting her out of shape just a little bit. Brandon Feeney right there, Joshua Buckley, and Rob Higgins. He has continued on after going for a wicked pinball ride. There you see the checkered flag, auto supply number 40 of Higgins. Higgins is back there into the 10th spot. Buckley right ahead of him. Buckley with a moment that time out of turn number 4. Held on to his open wheel modified, but now he's going to lose some ground because here comes the checkered flag, auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. He'll now jet down to the inside, this time out of turn number 4. He'll make the pass, and Thomas Killam is going to go right along with him. So Higgins now going to pick up the 9th spot. Killam is now up into the 10th spot. Buckley outside the top 10 as he is back there now because there goes Bob Higgins. Joshua Buckley losing ground. Not sure if that car has dropped the cylinder here in the opening laps or not. That car looks rather slow down the straightaways. Now he's going to get Dan Murphy Jr. right there in car number 40. He's going to be the next car in line, but your race leader, single file all the way around the speedway. They're knocking another one into the books. Lap number 12 going to go down here out of the 100 scheduled here tonight at the Langley Speedway. Mark Jenkins has never been able to go to victory lane, but he's got a champion driver behind him right now. And a one-time winner on the tour behind him. So your top three currently is the 99 of Jenkins, Williamson, and Rigsby. Bianchi and Bragg round down the top five here tonight. A lot of racing left to go here tonight. Wonder if Dalton Williamson and these drivers are kind of just stacked up around the inside here, not trying to really come off the bottom. You can actually see he is right on the back bars, right on board with the race leader of Mark Jenkins, the driver out of Virginia. See Williamson really dive it down to the inside there. Had to lift out of the throttle that time. That's just how tight, how small this speedway is here. Front two breaking away just a little bit, but we keep telling you it's 100 laps here tonight. You don't want to overheat these big tires. A lot of horsepower, big tires, but once you overheat the right rear of these modifieds, well, then at that point, it's on, because it's not coming back. At that point, you're going to have to drive what you got for the rest of the way. We've seen long stretches of green flag racing here with these drivers with red light racing, especially here in the modified series. Williamson really pressuring, trying to look down to the bottom now. A little bit of a bumper tag, the 99. Something may have happened. Did he just pop out of gear? Now new race leader at the line. There goes the number 1 of Williamson. He'll take the race lead. Rigsby will make a move. So does Bianchi. Now here comes the 31 of Dave Bragg, and right there's Mike Taschereau. They all smell blood in the water. They're trying to pounce right here while they have the 99 stuck to the outside. So far tonight, the groove's been right down around that yellow line. And there goes the 31 of Dave Bragg. He'll make the pass. There goes the Racing School number 33. He'll get in line, and then Dan Butler into the back of the 99. Great save there by Mark Jenkins. Butler had to lift out of the throttle. They made contact with their bars, and everybody's going to come out A-okay as we ride on board with the Dan Butler entry. Still being scored as car number 8 on the timing and scoring here tonight, but he decided he's going to run that number 50 for the rest of the season here. He said maybe a new car, new number would actually be a little bit of a benefactor to him. Maybe get the monkey off his back this year. Right now he's just outside the top 5. He's running into that 7th spot. He has the 99 of Jenkins dialed up. They did make that little contact back there, which dropped them a little bit farther back from the top 5 right now, which is Williamson, Rigsby, Bianchi, Bragg, and Taschereau. Those drivers are your top 5 here with 25 laps in the books that time by at the line. 25% of this race just like that. Round number 8 is going quick. Bianchi holding on to her. He was sideways in that Culpepper's entry. The driver for the 505 Motorsports, the Cullen Tire and Service Center, of course, hopping on board with him this season. Two drivers that still have yet to come back out onto the speedway. The number 271 of Aiden Alvecchione and the number 73 of Philly Edwards. Neither one of those drivers have been able to make it back out onto the raceway. And at this point, working lap number 29, they're being scored 28 laps behind the race leader here tonight. So those two drivers having very disappointing starts here tonight at Langley. We'll see if they do get back out here onto the raceway for any laps. Right now they would be battling for that 15th position. Only one other driver a lap down. That's the driver that was involved in that wreck. And there you see the number 2. That is Michael Trevarthen. He is currently being scored back into the 14th spot, 1 lap down to the race leaders. Still looks like he actually has some pretty good race pace, but I do think the right rear axle is shoved in and bent just a little bit. Something we'll watch here tonight and see if that develops anymore. Still the battle back here for that 6th position. Mark Jenkins has it. There you see the 99, but right behind him, Dan Butler closing in on the back Nerf bars. But as they close in together, the 99 on Jenkins starts to close in on Mike Taschereau. There you see the number 33 Racing School entry. Aiden Alvecchione back out onto the raceway there. You saw the 271 flash by our camera on the back straightaway. So Alvecchione back out there. Philly Edwards is also back out onto the raceway, but he is back into pit road. Now he's back out of pit road. See if those two drivers can battle it out. It'll be the battle for the rest, I believe, here tonight for those two drivers. Aiden Alvecchione will get the advantage over the number 73 of Philly Edwards, because Edwards, there you see our camera finds him back down on pit road. There's the 73. The aging hipster is currently sitting down there on pit road. Williamson starting to pull away a little bit. There's the gap between first and second. Williamson back to Rigsby, and then Bianchi, and then a big gap back there to Dave Bragg. Bragg right now about 3 seconds off the front of the field here. As here's a battle, the Jenkins entry. The 99 gets back inside the top 5. He got around the 33 of Mike Taschereau. So now it's the two racing school entries that are 6th and 7th currently on the speedway. So Jenkins led a bunch of laps here tonight, started on the front row. Fortunately fell back here to the 5th spot, is where he currently runs. I don't know if that car popped out a gear or what happened to the 99 of Jenkins. It's a very strong Tour modified here tonight, though. Expect him to start to run back towards the front here. Higgins and Killam, they've been running nose to tail since we went back green flag racing. They both got around Buckley, and then they kind of fizzled out here running into the 8th and 9th position. Not really gaining on the front group ahead of them, and that front group ahead of them has one of those lap down machines. That is the Aiden Alvecchione machine. There you see him, the driver out of Charleston. Yeah, it is Charleston, South Carolina. Thought I read it wrong, but sometimes we get it right. Killam and Higgins, though, really doing the battle here. Both drivers having different lanes, and Killam's trying to do everything he can to get around that checkered flag auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins really wrapping the bottom here. Killam, there you see trying to dive in, take a wider arc to get a good run off the corner. Higgins just going into protection mode. Maybe knows he doesn't have quite the faster car, but trying to stay down there. Pass up here. One driver out of shape. That's the number 31 of Dave Bragg. Something broken on the Jiffy Lube entry. Bragg will head straight to pit road. The rear end knocked out of the number 31 of Dave Bragg. Sure what happened to Bragg. Let's take a look here. See Dave Bragg up the speedway. Oh, and he just went into the outside wall there, going down into the corner. And then the rear end braking. You can see it's knocked out of whack there. And to pit road he'll go. So Williamson still the race leader, but he is working upon lap traffic right on board here with the checkered flag auto supply onboard camera. There you see the number 41. That is Dan Murphy Jr. Your race leader will pick him off. There he goes. One lap down now for the number 41 of Dan Murphy Jr. Murphy going to stay to the outside. They're not going to interfere with the race leaders and the battle for the race lead. 2 laps away from the halfway point here tonight at the Langley Speedway. We've had one caution flag for 4 laps. That was on your opening lap here tonight, where your points championship leader of Michael Trevarthen got turned around. Currently, your number 2 car, Michael Trevarthen, who was the points championship leader, there he is. He's running back into the 13th spot, 2 laps down currently, so one driver out of the event. Dave Bragg has taken the number 31 Jiffy Lube entry behind the virtual wall here tonight. He will be scored out of this race. As long as Aiden Alvecchione and Philly Edwards can keep their modifieds out there onto the speedway and this one goes green, they don't have any issues. They should be able to overtake the number 31 of Dave Bragg, so maybe they are the little engines that could here tonight. 33 of Mike Taschereau did get around, actually has been holding off the number 50 of Butler, but boy does he blow through corner number 3. Here comes Dan Butler now, Butler in car number 50. Both of these cars, if you head to the racing school, you'd be able to see identical twin sister cars in the real life. These are, of course, the virtual machines here tonight. driven by two of the instructors at the racing school, Mike Taschereau in the white number 33 and Dan Butler in car number 50 down around the bottom side. So Butler will make quick work of Mike Taschereau, bumping Taschereau back to the 6th spot. Dan Butler having a really good run here tonight. We did see him make that contact with Mark Jenkins. Jenkins still out ahead of the number 50 here as you ride on board with the number 50 of Dan Butler. Storm Magnet's been very quiet here on the interwebs about the weather, so I'm guessing some pretty good weather up in the New England area. I know tomorrow here in the state of Pennsylvania, it looks like we're going to get clobbered by a couple storms coming up here. So we hope tomorrow everybody stays safe if you're in the area. Or if you are anywhere, actually, and you're getting some bad weather, we hope you stay safe. He's led the most laps here tonight, and he led at the halfway point, which was 6 laps ago, about to be 7 laps ago. That's the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. He's opened up the biggest lead we've seen tonight, and now he's working upon the 10th place car. That's the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. There you see the double hooked logger. Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Racing School, Granny Hips Walkers, and Canes number 13. Buckley, in his racing shorts, will go a lap down to the race leader, and he's actually been able to pick up 4 spots here tonight, but it'll be 1 lap down for now, the number 13 of Joshua Buckley. Everybody really starting to string out around the raceway. Killam has started to fall off the pace of Rob Higgins. Remember, they worked their way inside the top 10 together. And now because of the Dave Bragg, number 31, having an issue, they both have been bumped up 1 spot. So now Higgins is being scored 7th. Thomas Killam is back there into the 8th position. Brandon Feeney is 9th, and Joshua Buckley is still continuing to run into that 10th position. Rigsby has cut that race lead just by about, 0.3 of a second here in the last 2 laps of this one. Maybe lap traffic playing a factor in that one. Maybe Dalton Williamson caught some lap traffic at the wrong time in the wrong spot, and Rigsby has been able to turn on the jets. I'll continue to watch the lap times for your top 2 drivers here tonight. Fastest lap of the race, though, does go to the number 14 of Brian Bianchi. So Bianchi setting a fast time. He's back there into that 3rd spot. There he is. The camera picks him up coming off turn number 4. Oh, he's about 4.2, 4.3 seconds behind the race leader here. And what a season it's been for car number 14 of Brian Bianchi. So far here, picked up his first win. That was back at Thompson, a big win for him at a track that he's been to before in real life. So what's better than winning at your virtual home track, call it? Well, having a runner-up finish at Gateway and a top 10 finish at Myrtle Beach. I mean, he's been on a really good streak so far this year. Comes into the night, though, running back into the 7th spot in the championship hunt. He's 48 points back, still not out of this at all in that championship battle, because we still have to go to the New Smyrna Speedway, Southern National, Richmond, and Martinsville. So a lot of good tracks for Bianchi here coming up. And tonight he's running inside the top 3, doing exactly what he needs. He has about a 3-second break back to the 99 there. That's Mark Jenkins. Mark Jenkins, of course, running a part-time schedule here with us on Thursday night when he's available in his modified. His races that he showed up to, he finished 6th back at Thompson, a 20th place finish back at the Five Flags Speedway, 17th at Stafford, and 16th at Bristol. Always showing tremendous speed in that program. Just having to finish has been what's been plaguing them every time they show up. See 1 car up the speedway. That's the number 2 of Michael Tremartha. He's off the race pace right now. Higgins running down the number 33 of Mike Taschereau, and last time by, he was, about 0.3 of a second faster, so something happened to Taschereau. Looks like Taschereau can't quite keep it down on the bottom side of the speedway. Now Higgins going to go to work. That would be for a 6th place running spot here tonight. Higgins started back into the 8th position here tonight in that number 40. driver out of Massachusetts. Nicknamed the Cowboy. Well, that's because his fiancée, Becca, brought him a cowboy hat back. We're going to see if we can get Rob to change that photo of himself there so all you race fans can actually see the cowboy picture for Rob Higgins. Went to a country concert the other night with the wife, and, well, all I could think of is I needed a cowboy hat and a belt buckle and some cowboy boots. So Rob Higgins going to be my fashion designer. Still not quite able to finish that pass off, though. Hasn't quite got to the insides and peeking the nose just a little bit. Maybe going to start to play the three-tap Teddy rule on the back end of that number 33 of Mike Taschereau. Here, Taschereau, he tried to go back to the throttle there, and it kind of wiggled off floor. Had to lift slightly. There you see the 40 right to the Nerf bars. Now, here he comes. Higgins showing the nose. Not going to be able to do anything with it. As he does that, Thomas Killam is actually starting to roll back into the battle here. There you see a big shot from Rob Higgins into the back end of the number 33 of Mike Taschereau. Letting him know, hey, I'm here and I'm faster. I got to go. 23 laps to go. Thomas Killam gets a little piece of the outside wall there on the front straightaway. That time, Taschereau going to move up to the second lane there in turn number 1 and 2. Oh, he tried to come back down to slam the door in turn number 3. Not going to quite be able to close the door. There goes Rob Higgins. Now Higgins going to try and run down Dan Butler about 4 seconds up the racetrack. Does look like the 33 of Taschereau going to fall back there. He'll fall back to the 8th spot because Thomas Killam did pick up that position. Now the race leader is right behind him. The race leader looking to lap up to the 8th spot here tonight. Taschereau down in front of the race leader, trying to stay on the lead lap, but let's see how patient Dalton Williamson will be here. Dalton's got to go because that number 3 of Justin Rigsby with 19 laps to go. Rigsby is coming. Somebody cue up the Jaws theme song here tonight because your second place driver is running down the race leader. He is faster than him, but they are working through lap traffic. So as Taschereau goes a lap down, he'll be scored 8th, 1 lap down. Everybody but Michael Trevarthen, Aiden Navecchione, Dave Bragg, and Philly Edwards all are currently being scored 1 lap down. Killam, Higgins, Butler, Jenkins, Bianchi, Rigsby, all still on the lead lap. Of course, that's inverted from the running order right now. That was 7th to 2nd. Your race leader is still Dalton Williamson as he tries to pick his way through traffic. It'll be Thomas Killam's turn as he will be the next car in line. He's picked up a win this past season. He won back at the Milwaukee Mile, the first time ever that these Tour Modifieds visited the grounds of the Milwaukee Mile. Higgins that time very low off corner number 4. Killam's going to get a great run. He's going to turn the 40 right in front of the race leader. Caution lights will come on with 15 laps to go. Thomas Killam getting into the back there of the checkered flag auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. That'll put them both now a lap down and having to go to the back of the field. Caution with 14 laps to go. That is our second caution flag of the evening. 2 drivers battling just outside the top 5. Both drivers trying to stay away from the race leader. Unfortunately, bars getting tangled. Right on board with Thomas Killam. He got back to the throttle before Higgins because the race leader was right behind him. It was time to go. You had to go there. You couldn't hold up because the race leader was right there. Drivers that are going to come down to pit road here while they have the opportunity. That'll be the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. There comes the 13 of Joshua Buckley. He's having some problems with his crew getting that car jacked up on the right-hand side. It'll be right side tires and going for Brandon Feeney. Driver that will pick up the lucky dog that time was the number 33 of Mike Taschereau, so he'll have to start at the tail end of the longest line. But it is Dalton Williamson, Justin Rigsby, Brian Bianchi, Mark Jenkins, and Dan Butler. Top 5 drivers on the lead lap here. And Mike Taschereau will join this group also. So it's going to be a shootout to the end of this one here tonight at the Langley Speedway. Be under 10 laps to go. It should be about 9 laps, I do believe, when we go back racing here tonight. Dalton Williamson has dominated this one, but they will stack him up double file, and he'll have Rigsby to the outside, that Heritage entry. There you see the white and, well, the reflective, the chromed out number 3. Lights do go out. As expected, Williamson going to take the bottom side of the speedway, so he'll put Rigsby to the outside of him. Bianchi will be behind him, row number 2, with Mark Jenkins to the outside. Then it'll be Dan Butler. Your top 5 all on the lead lap. So is the 6th place car, Mike Taschereau, but he got the lucky dog, so he'll actually have to start tail end of the field here. He did go down for tires, so he has new tires. He's just going to need a little help to get through the lap traffic. So we'll have to wait for green. 9-lap shootout here after our second caution flag of the evening. And round number 8 here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series, presented by Red Light Racing. We're back Green Flag Racing. Everybody chasing the race leader. It'll be Brian Bianchi sliding into the second spot, but he can't hold turn 3. Oh, contact! There goes the number 3, Rigsby, holding onto it. Rigsby going to lose a couple spots, but he hangs on to it. He's going to slide all the way back to the 5th position currently. That is the number 50 of Dan Butler to the outside of him. Sideways for the number 40 of Higgins. He was able to catch his modified in that slide. Out front, everybody still chasing that number 1. Dalton Williamson dominating here. Brian Bianchi, Mark Jenkins, your top 3 drivers here. Rigsby is in 4th. Butler's back there in 5th. Where's Mike Taschereau? Remember, he got new tires, that number 33 of Mike Taschereau, and he's actually closing in. He's got about 4 lap cars left in front of him as we get the high 5 this time. 5 to go here tonight at Langley. 5 more laps to go. Dalton Williamson still the race leader. 4 to go, just like that. One of the smallest tracks on the schedule this year. Lap times very quick, 14.3 seconds for Dalton Williamson. Doesn't seem like the tires. Caution lights are on. Caution. Uh-oh, turtled. Dan Murphy Jr. Turtle. I'm sure Dan Murphy Jr. had a little help there, but now this is going to lead us into overtime. Not what Dalton Williamson wanted to see, because he was set sail. He was gone. Well, let's take a look, see what happened. There's the 40 of Dan Murphy Jr. Oh, he gets up into the outside wall, rides the wall down into 1, and it was a soft landing. Seems like those rear tires just never hooked up, and, well, there goes our camera. So just a 1-car incident here to bring out this caution flag. There he is, the number 41. That's Dan Murphy Jr., so his night not going to finish very well. He was running inside the top 10. It'll be 13th place finish now. So now, with this being said, the driver of the number 33 of Mike Taschereau, remember, got the lucky dog and then put tires on it. Well, he had those lap cars in between him and the race leaders. Now he'll be able to actually pull up right behind the Dan Butler entry, so he'll start in the 3rd row to the outside with the 33 of Mike Taschereau with fresher tires on the right-hand side. We'll see if that helps out the racing school entry. One driver that will get the lucky dog this time, that is the number 40 of Higgins. So Higgins will be back on the lead lap now after his spin. He has not come to pit road, so we'll see where the officials do line him up here tonight. Should have one more lap under caution flag before we go back racing here. We do have 3 attempts at a green-white checker attempt here on Thursday night with our modified series, as do we on our Monday night series. The Monday night series is starting to close in on the end of their regular season. They have 2 more races left. We will head to the Milwaukee Mile on June the 6th after coming back from Memorial Day. And then we will go to Sling a Little Dirt. The Tailgaters coming back out on June the 13th for 2 50-lap feature events before we start the playoffs at the Worldwide Technology Raceway in Rockingham, Dover, Nashville, and rounding down the season on Monday night at the Auto Club Speedway. That, of course, is our Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series on Monday night. Catch all the racing action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But now, somebody light the fire because we're ready to go back racing. Green-white checker attempt number 1. Good start there by the front row. Williamson will hold the race lead, but here comes Brian Bianchi. Mark Jenkins battling for that 3rd spot. 2 to go. This time by, we're seeing the white flag come out. 1 lap to go. Presented by Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe. The final trip around the speedway. Dalton Williamson has been able to dominate here tonight. He has not picked up a win this season, but that will end right here tonight at Langley. Dalton Williamson, your winner. Bianchi, Jenkins, Rigsby, Butler, your top 5. Taschereau will come across the line, sitting there in the 6th spot. Higgins in 7th, Feeney in 8th. Buckley was 9th, and Killam rounds out the top 10. Higgins, Trevarthen, Murphy, Alvecchione, Edwards, and Bragg round down the 16-car field here tonight at the Langley Speedway. Winner, the driver out of Florida. Him and Aiden having a little fun out there. So as Dalton celebrates, we're going to take a quick step away. We'll be back with your post-race show and your top competitors here tonight, presented by Holy Shirts and Pants.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Langley Speedway here tonight for our Holy Shirts and Pants post-race show after 100 laps here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series. Let's head down trackside and hear from your top 3 competitors. Let's start things off here tonight with the driver in victory lane. Well, Cotton Eye Joe, it's been a while. How about it, Dalton? Tonight, you're back in victory lane, and you said it last week. Tonight was probably the night you'd get this number 1 car back to the front.
Yeah, man, there's something about this track. You know, me and Jimmy Babb, we went over it. You know, iRace did something here with the grip, if I'm not mistaken. And with these cars, it seemed like the bumps were more impactful than the SKs, so it upset the car a lot more. So I just kind of, like I was telling you, conserved the gap when I was out leading and just saved for as long as I could.
How hard is it, though, on one of the smallest tracks here that we go to all season with the biggest power plant underneath the hood to really save these tires?
If you hit the corner wrong, really hard here. If you hit it good, not too hard.
Well, I guess for you it's easy. For some of us like myself, it may be a little bit harder. But now you finally got the monkey off the back. How does that feel? And can you carry it?
Oh, Roger, you know me with the next few tracks, man. I think we're gonna flip the script this year and turn the heat on the next few weeks.
You talk about turning the heat on. When you look at the points championship, it was a 17-point deficit between you and Michael Trevarthen. That will now be cut in half here tonight because, well, Michael Trevarthen had some issues. Justin Rigsby finished behind you, so that's really going to crunch the gap here. Only a couple races left. What's it going to take?
I think consistent runs and a good qualifying effort, and I think I might be able to pull another one off. I don't know yet. I don't want to say it too early, but I'm going to attempt it.
Well, there you heard it here first, race fans. He's going to attempt it. Dalton, before we let you go, you know how this goes. The red carpet rolls out, and the microphone is yours.
First and foremost, Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting the league. You guys do great work. Checkered Flag Auto Supply for sponsoring the series. Josh, Rob, and all the admin, they do a great job. Like I say, every time I'm in here, the league gets better and better every time I run it. And as far as sponsors, McConey Setup Shop, Nitro Racing, BK Paints, Trevor, and all the help they do, Rev Sports, and Platinum RV Services.
There you heard it. The driver out of Tampa, Florida, will pick up his first win of the season late into the season this year. Dalton Williamson going to victory lane here tonight at Langley. And how about the man who's sitting in second? A year it has been for you, sir. Another podium finish here tonight. But this one, you really had to work for.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the season was great. The last 3 or 4, I've been in so many wrecks and cars been junk. But it's good to get back. You know, hopefully the rest of the season goes as good.
Walk us through tonight, though. This car has got a couple scrapes in the rub rails. It's a bull ring out there.
Yeah, I mean, the front stretch wall catches it every now and then. But the car in the middle race got really tight, and then we got that caution, and it seemed to loosen up. I was able to hang with Dalton there at the end, and I got into Rigsby a little bit there. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but hey, I mean, it happens.
It happens. It's, well, as Joey Logano would say, that's just short track racing. It happens. A little bump here and there, a little scrape, nothing hurt. Nobody going to the hospital here tonight. That's for sure. Oh, maybe I hurt my finger on the keyboard, so maybe I'll have to make a trip here. But hey, it's all about that number 14 that's been out there. Now that you pick up another podium, how do you think it's going to go? New Smyrna, Southern National, the next 2 rounds.
I mean, I'm pretty good at both of them. You know, like this place, Southern National's short and tight. That's the way we like them.
Well, hey, I don't have anything after that. So who's on the side of this 14?
I mean, first and foremost, I got to thank Rex. I mean, he does so much for this team between practice and paints and all this stuff. My buddy Little Dan, who's watching, he was here earlier. Zeno's Luxury Jackets, Christina's Custom Cuts, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe, Colony Tire. I mean, just everybody that helps out. You, Roger, the admins, you know, Red Light. I mean, it's great.
There you hear it from the driver of the number 14. He will finish here tonight in P number 2 after rallying back inside the top 3 late in this one. Brian Bianchi rallies off another podium finish. Sitting back into the 3rd spot, man, you want to talk about one of the wildest rides here tonight. How about it, Mark Jenkins? A car that was capable of winning, and then all of a sudden you found yourself about, well, the mid-pack, and you had to rally back.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that I was able to get the pole this week. Um, so I was kind of driving defensively there, and I was probably kind of parking it in the middle of the corner. I thought it got into me a little bit, but I don't blame him. He was way faster. But man, I'm just tickled to death to finally get a podium finish.
Yeah, it's been a while since we got the pleasure of seeing you down here and talking to you, but now this 99, every week it unloads with a lot of speed, but you've had problems getting the car to the checkered flag. What do you need to do here in the program to keep this car on the speedway? Because the next couple of weeks we're headed to your home state.
Yeah, we just need to work on the driver. That's probably the biggest problem. Lack of consistency. Just got to be consistent, man. Just gotta have speed, but just have brain locks and just end up in the wall and ruin good nights.
Now, we saw the program have speed in those SK modifieds, but these Tour modifieds, same chassis, same tire, just a bigger power plant. What makes this car better this year for your driving style?
I'm just getting used to it. Just track time. I don't run these cars often. So, yeah, just getting used to the power and got to feather it, man.
Well, the car looks fast out there, and it's in one piece here tonight. You had a really fast rocket ship before we let you head home here tonight, though. Well, you're already home. Everybody knows that. But, hey, who do you got to thank? I know somebody's out there watching you tonight.
Yeah, I want to thank you. You make it fun. Love watching your broadcast. Want to thank Joshua for everything he does, and my mom, who's my spotter. Thank you, Mom. Love you.
There you heard it, the most important person out there on the pit crew. Mom's out there. Thanks, Mom, for helping him out here tonight because, well, it got him a P number 3. After leading some of the opening laps here tonight, Mark Jenkins will settle back in to a podium spot back into 3rd. Congratulations to all your top 3 drivers here tonight. Dalton Williamson, of course, picking up the win here tonight at the Langley Speedway. Brian Bianchi back into the 2nd spot. Mark Jenkins rallies for 3rd. Justin Rigsby has to settle for a 4th place finish. Dan Butler picking up a top 5 here tonight at Langley. Maybe the number 50 and the new color schemes on that car. Maybe starting to bring the team around here. Maybe that momentum starting to rise to the top. Tashiro will finish in 6th with Higgins back there into the 7th spot. Feeney was 8th. Buckley was into the 9th spot, and Thomas Killam rounds down the top 10. That's your top 10 unofficial results here, leaving the Langley Speedway. Next week, though, we will head to the new Smyrna Speedway. A little bit longer straightaways, still very tight into the corners for these drivers. They're going to have to battle all night to stay right down around the bottom. But that's going to about do things here from the Langley Speedway. For everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody at Red Light Racing, and all of us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show from Langley. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.